some negatives, and I guess it works out somehow. So when you're solving for x, they do have solutions. The angle whose sine is -5 is in there. But so I don't want to say that there is no solution. It's just they're not real numbers, right? Okay.
I think it was like 9.
So kind of working our way backwards here. Is this simpler?
Yeah.
That just factors, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So what do you get when you factor it? You don't even have to use an identity first, right?
2 cosine.
Is that right? So 2 cosine theta and cosine theta
Yep.
have to be the first terms. And we want to get a 2 in the middle. Is that going to work? Oh yeah, it's not going to work.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So we can't get these, so we have to do completing the square, right? So we'd say cosine squared theta plus cosine theta is equal to 1/2.
Yeah, we did that by.
Did I skip some steps here?
No.
You added 1 divided by 2.
Yeah, I added 1 to both sides and divided both sides by 2, exactly. So why did I do that? Well, I want to get, to a place where I can complete the square. So if my variable is cosine theta, then this is quadratic in cosine theta, and the coefficient of the linear term is 1. Half of 1 is 1/2, and I'm going to square that to complete the square, right? So then this becomes cosine theta plus 1/2. Quantity squared is equal to 3/4. 1/2 plus 1/4 is 3/4. Which says that cosine theta, did we do this one last time? Looking familiar.
They all started blending together after a while.
Uh-huh. So then you've got cosine theta is equal to -1/2 plus or minus the square root of 3/2. Are those both good values? Both by plus or minus, do they both give us proper outputs for cosine?
No.
Maybe. They look like a point on the circle.
Well, let's see.
No.
So
No.
if we add,
-1 plus or minus square root of 3 over 2.
we get about 0.366,
Hmm.
which is -0.5 plus 8.66. That's a good value. What if we subtract? Well, then we get about 1.366 negative, huh?
Yeah.
Which is not a good value. So that's outside our range, right? So we throw that one back. And but we do then get one good value, which is what we get when we add here. And then we want to say, well, the angle whose cosine is that, or the negative of it, right? So theta is going to be equal to plus or minus the angle whose cosine is square root of 3 minus 1/2. And plus 2 pi k, I guess, if you want all solutions. And what do they say? List your answers separated by commas. We want the ones in the interval round to 2 decimal places. Okay. So I wouldn't have you do that on the exam because, so what would the 2 values be? Well, you'd have the angle whose cosine, so this is k equals 0, right? The angle whose cosine is square root of 3 minus 1/2. And if k equals 1, we'd get another one, which is 2 pi minus the angle whose cosine is square root of 3 minus 1/2. right? This is gonna be a positive number. This is going to be a positive number. Right? 'Cause adding 2 pi to a negative number between 0 and pi will give us a positive number. So I guess we have to compute and enter these in. So, I've got, square root 3 minus 1. Where's the square root sign? Jeez, make these things so hard. So is it because I have the wrong, yeah, square root? Okay, so there's the square root 3. If I subtract 1, I get a number. If I divide that number by 2, I get my input, right? Which maybe I'll store as memory. So 0.366, yeah, that's what we said, right? But who knows how much accuracy we want. It's pretty close to 0.366. And so we want the angle whose cosine is that. So I use the inverse function here, and I get about 1.19. So I'm going to copy that, paste it in here, and trim it down to about there. And now, I simply want to negate that and add 2 pi, right? So I'm going to negate it and add 2 times pi. And get another number. Copy that and paste it in here. And trim it down. 2 decimal places, well, I'm sure they'll accept more, right? Yeah, well, I'm not sure, but I was willing to risk it. And so there we go. 1.19 and 5.087, those are 2 places with the same value. 0.5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 0.366 is going to be right about there, right? And that gives me 2 values here. So this distance here is 1.19, 196, 1, I guess, if I'm around. And so that's the positive distance there. If I go around to here, I get a value of 5 point something, right? 5.087. And so what am I measuring? When I say I'm measuring this bit of circumference, right, on the circle to there. Where 3 pi over 2 is about 4.5, I believe. 4.7, is that right? What's 3 pi over 2? It's approximately 3 times 1.57, right? Yeah, so that's approximately 4.7. So that's the South Pole, right? 4.7. So I'm just a little bit beyond there. Yeah, that seems right, huh? Okay, so questions about all that? How about we can do some book problems?
Do break in the book problems?
Yeah.